The year 2023 has been a topic of concern and speculation among many experts, scholars, and ordinary people. There are numerous theories and predictions about what might happen in that year, ranging from major political and economic shifts to global catastrophes and even the end of the world. However, one of the most alarming predictions is that a collapse will occur that will be far more dangerous and widespread than most people think. In today's video, we will be showing you 2023 collapse will be far more dangerous than you think. Without further ado, let's begin. According to this theory, the collapse will be triggered by a combination of factors, including economic instability, social unrest, geopolitical tensions, environmental disasters, and technological vulnerabilities. These factors will feed into each other, creating a domino effect that will bring down entire systems and structures, such as the global financial system, supply chains, communication networks, and government institutions. The result will be a massive disruption of daily life, widespread panic and chaos, and a struggle for survival. One of the main drivers of the collapse will be the economic instability that has been building up for years. The global economy has been propped up by unsustainable levels of debt, speculation, and inequality, which have created bubbles and distortions in various sectors. When these bubbles burst, as they inevitably will, the consequences will be severe and far-reaching. The stock market, real estate, and commodity markets will crash, leading to massive losses for investors and retirees. Banks and other financial institutions will collapse, triggering a chain reaction of bankruptcies and defaults. Unemployment will skyrocket, and basic necessities such as food, water, and medicine will become scarce and expensive. Another factor that will contribute to the collapse is social unrest. In many countries, there is growing anger and frustration among the population, fueled by economic inequality, political corruption, and cultural conflicts. Social media and other online platforms have amplified these grievances and polarized people into opposing camps. As the economic crisis worsens, this social unrest will escalate into protests, riots, and even civil wars. Governments will struggle to maintain order and control, and may resort to draconian measures such as martial law, censorship, and repression. Geopolitical tensions will also play a significant role in the collapse. The world is currently experiencing a resurgence of nationalism, populism, and authoritarianism, which are eroding the norms and institutions of global governance. The rivalry between the United States and China is intensifying, as both countries compete for dominance in technology, trade, and military power. Other regional conflicts, such as the tensions between India and Pakistan, Iran and Saudi Arabia, and Russia and NATO, could also escalate into full-blown wars. These conflicts will exacerbate the economic and social problems and create new waves of refugees and migrants. Environmental disasters will add another layer of complexity to the collapse. Climate change, natural disasters, and resource depletion will exacerbate the economic and social problems and cause widespread damage and loss of life. Droughts, floods, hurricanes, and wildfires will destroy crops, infrastructure, and homes, leading to food shortages and displacement. The depletion of natural resources, such as oil, water, and minerals, will lead to conflicts and competition for scarce resources. The collapse of ecosystems, such as fisheries and forests, will further undermine the foundations of human societies. Technological vulnerabilities will expose us to new risks and threats. The increasing reliance on digital technologies, such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the Internet of Things, will create new opportunities for cyber attacks, data breaches, and other forms of hacking. The use of drones, autonomous weapons, and other advanced technologies will also blur the line between civilian and military targets, leading to new forms of warfare and terrorism. The potential misuse of biotechnology, such as genetic engineering and synthetic biology, could also pose new risks to public health and safety. Given these multiple and interconnected factors, it is easy to see why many experts and scholars are predicting a collapse in 2023 that will be far more dangerous than most people think. However, it is important to note that not all collapse scenarios are equal, and not all of them will lead to the end of the world or the collapse of human civilization. Some collapse scenarios may actually be beneficial in the long run, as they could lead to the emergence of new forms of governance, economy, and culture that are more resilient, sustainable, and equitable. The collapse could also create opportunities for innovation, creativity, and cooperation, as people learn to adapt and survive in new and challenging environments. However, the collapse could also lead to the opposite outcomes, such as the rise of authoritarian regimes, the collapse of social norms and values, and the erosion of human rights and freedoms. The collapse could also create long-lasting and irreparable damage to the natural environment, leading to the extinction of species, the destruction of ecosystems, and the loss of biodiversity. Therefore, it is crucial to take proactive measures to mitigate the risks and consequences of the collapse and to prepare for the worst-case scenarios. This includes investing in resilience and adaptation strategies, such as renewable energy, regenerative agriculture, and community-based initiatives. It also involves strengthening international cooperation and coordination, and building trust and solidarity among different groups and nations. Specifically, there are several factors that could contribute to the collapse of 2023. These include climate change. The ongoing warming of the planet is leading to more extreme weather events, sea level rise, and loss of biodiversity, among other impacts. These could lead to crop failures, resource shortages, and mass migration, triggering social and political instability. Economic inequality. The concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few is leading to widespread poverty, unemployment, and debt. This could lead to social unrest, violence, and the breakdown of democratic institutions. Resource depletion. The exhaustion of finite resources, such as fossil fuels, water, and minerals, could lead to economic and geopolitical conflicts as countries compete for access to these resources. Pandemics. The emergence of new and deadly viruses, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, could lead to widespread illness, death, and social disruption. Nuclear war. The proliferation of nuclear weapons and the potential for conflict between nuclear-armed states could lead to catastrophic consequences for humanity and the environment. These are just some of the factors that could contribute to the collapse of 2023, and it is likely that they will interact and compound each other, creating a complex and unpredictable system of feedback loops and cascading effects. These actions will require the collective effort and commitment of governments, businesses, and individuals around the world, and may require significant changes to our current economic, political, and social systems. However, the alternative, a collapse that could lead to widespread suffering and death, is too dire to ignore. The collapse of 2023 may be far more dangerous than most people think, and there are multiple factors that could contribute to its severity and impact. However, there are also many actions that can be taken to prevent or mitigate its worst effects, and it is up to all of us to take responsibility and act with urgency and determination. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.